and there's some training available for those youth who are doing that. If they're Boy Scouts, or if they need it, it's a leadership role for the Boy Scouts. So if they're doing Star Life and working towards Star Life or Eagle, it's a leadership role for them if they participate fully. So if the then leader says, yes, you did do well, then it's used as a leadership job. So Den Chief is another role. So we'll check on Den Chief training. Good, thank you. Are there any other announcements? Anybody else? Okay, we're going to talk Camp Bree a little later. At the end of last year, at the end of every year, I try to do we call it a Thorns and Roses, or a stop, start, and continue. I don't know if you've heard those expressions. But we say, what did we do well the prior year in roundtables? What do we need to improve? And there were only about 3 people that stayed for that. So I'm going to share some of the thoughts. And if you all have other ideas about what we did, or should do, or haven't done, or you wish we would do, or we do poorly, or we do wonderfully, let us know, okay? But here are some of them. So stop, start, continue. Stop means don't do this anymore. You're driving us nuts. Start says, here's something you probably haven't thought of yet. And continue says, you're doing a great job, keep it up, okay? So some of the stops, or Thorns, if we do Thorns and Roses, is we need to improve our recognition of excellence. And by that they mean maybe we should be naming kids who are in their Eagle ranks and things like that, so the whole district can hear them and maybe even bring them in and applaud them or something. I'm not sure exactly, but and maybe there are adult leaders who have gotten awards of some sort. The District Awards of Merit and Silver Beaver and things like that. Some of the other awards that we don't always acknowledge in public. We do it at the dinner, but we don't necessarily bring it back here. So we should do that. And we intend to do that this year. Another one said, be more awesome. Okay. Maybe we need Debbie as the leader here. Okay. The roses are, here's what we're doing well. They said if they like the cooking, they like the fact that we're doing practical shared ideas, they like the hands-on examples, they like the SPL roundtable, where we have our SPLs come in and share their ideas. They like the agenda and the communications that we do about them, except that we're not always including the date and time stuff, so we'll add that. And a shorter agenda with more free conversation time, so we can certainly do that. Maybe continue these things they're saying, or start these things. More activity ideas. Cross-shared interaction with other districts. So maybe we could bring in somebody from the Lighthouse District or Iron Horse and see how they're doing things, and we'll talk about doing that. Online resource updates. So we are going to work on Facebook, and we will have some other stuff about that this coming year, and invite Weeblo's 2 leaders. And so that's a really good idea. We should be the Cub Masters and committee chair for units, Cub units, should be inviting your den leaders too, because there's a lot of stuff and a lot of ideas that they could participate in and benefit from. So think about doing that. We'll push it a little bit too this year. That's one of Tom's goals, is to push that process. In fact, he even has a couple ideas about some really fun stuff that we'll do to try to include them. How about anybody else? Anybody other thoughts? What else should we be doing? What have we done? What do we need to do differently? I can take it. Any thoughts? Yeah, Dan.
I don't know how many troops do high adventure outings other than maybe Philmont or whatever, but maybe instead of just talking about it, like our crew went to Montana this year, so maybe just a 5-minute, even a slide presentation of the places you were, the things you've done, to give other troops ideas of, our crew's been to the Beartooth a few times. It was the first time I went, but just the scenery and the location is spectacular, and to try to just relay that in a conversation versus showing a couple pictures. I've been to the Boundary Waters, a lot of you guys have, but maybe there's certain parts of the Boundary Waters or certain lakes that are more beautiful than others. It's hard to believe. Never been to Sea Base, so maybe some guys that went to Sea Base, just wherever your crew or trooper went, just maybe put together a 4 or 5 minute slide presentation, and just kind of a visual helps along with the talking of it.
Okay. That sounds like a good idea to me.
I like to add on to that too, that if they're doing high adventure, sometimes you think that you're gonna have 10 scouts going on the adventure, and you end up with 9 or 8, or almost maybe not getting to that critical mass number. Bring it up here. There might be some scout that just says, hey, that sounds really cool, that's something I want to do, and they can go as part of that contingent to fill out that group and then everybody enjoys it. So let us know if you're doing something or planning something, because, you know, we wanna see the scouts do that.
Were you saying 5-minute presentations maybe about high adventure, Don? I would say it doesn't have to be high adventure. If you do something that's unique or interesting or fun, bring those along, you know? I mean, you're doing a scout outing where you're going to see, you get to fly in a C-130, I don't know, I made that up. Bring those photos along, that'd be really cool to see. Or you go to, we went to Great Lakes Naval Base, that's always really interesting and different and fun and visual, and it's good to see. And for Cub Scouts, heck, maybe you guys are doing something that's unique and fun, and so bring that to your roundtable too. We'll make sure we have PCs and projectors there if you want to do it. You don't have to spend a lot of time putting a presentation together, just get a couple slides that roll past. Joe, you were going to say something?
Yeah, just in addition to not just talking about the high adventure, but it might be interesting to hear about the logistics, how you heard about the place, you know, how you got the kids there, how you raised money,
Right.
how did you go, you know,
Yeah.
driving, renting, plane,
Well, she
train.
just showed us it was less than $200 a person.
We will do that sort of thing. We will be talking about where are you planning to go, where have you gone, and we will share those ideas for sure. I'm thinking Don's saying that talking is good, let's show something too that gets everybody all wired and you need to see it. Okay, good. How about other things? What else could we do differently, better, quit doing? John, quit talking so fast, nah, that's impossible. What else? Anything? Thoughts? Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, we're open. I have a business card back there. Grab one, send me an email if you want to, okay? If it's not easy talking in public, but you have some really good idea about what we need to start or stop or continue, let me know, please. Okay, I just wanted to share this with you because only a few people attended and I'm going to give everybody a chance to at least participate.